From intern to CEO, we have a very special corporate feature interview. Wentel Engineering Sidian Berhad, Mr. Chua Chong Sin.
So Wentel, we established in year 2000, semi-finished, metal parts and full assembled. So we started in security segment in year 2000. We penetrated into the CNC machining, and year 2018 we are started into semicon, and year 2020 is started in the medical.
You can tell us what are the challenges you face when it comes to recruiting talent?
We will have the fair pay value to our staff as well. So we are very aggressively engaged with a local institution. So to get them as an internship of the student, and then if they are interested, then they can directly working into Wentel.
Hello there and welcome to Klever Stock. My name is Wan Izul Islam and we have a very special corporate feature interview. Today we have Wentel Engineering Sidian Berhad and we have the CEO with us, Mr. Chua Chong Sin. Thank you so much for having us. We're going to be asking quite a few questions with regards to Wentel and you're going to be telling us everything we need to know. I'm excited to get started. What about you? How are you?
Yeah, morning one, and then thanks for invitation. So we are glad to share the info that is good for everyone.
Fantastic. Yeah. Okay, so right to the first question.
Yes.
So Wentel, they've been established for more than 20 years right now. Maybe you could briefly introduce your company's main business scope, as well as your core customer base, as well positioning in the industry.
Yeah. So Wentel, we established in year 2000, and we have three principal business. So it says fabrication of semi-finished metal product, fabrication of metal product, full assembly of product. So there are three different: semi-finished, metal parts, and full assembled. So we are serving in four major industry which are in. So we started in security segment in year 2000 since we founded the company. And then in year 2010, we penetrated into the CNC machining. And year 2018, we are started into semicon. And year 2020 is started in the medical. So we are in the four industrial segment. And Wentel, we do not own any product. In fact, we are in the supply chain of the industry. So the four name industry that we have in, then we are in the industry of them. So we buy the raw material, we produce through the laser cutting, bending, welding, assembly in our production plant, and then we are sent to our customer. As a semi-finish means we have completed the semi-assembly to them, and customer will do a complete assembly to become product. When we send as a metal part, then we send as a loose child part to our customer. And lastly, we will full assembled. This is we buy all the component, we do the assembly and do the testing, and we send the complete product to our end customer. So this is the business that Wentel is doing.
What about your core customer base? Who do you mainly supply to?
Our core customer base will be the security segment, which we started since year 2000. So we are served to our customer, our major customer in the security segment. So one of it, namely as a Repscan. So they are the sole proprietor. They are now the global branding in the security, which we can see this equipment mostly in the airport. Okay. Then when we go in, we will scan our luggage. So it can be a backpack. So we need to take out our water bottle, take out the laptop, then we scan the luggage. Then next will be the medium cargo size and also the large tunnel cargo size, which normally we hardly seen in the airport because there will be a back end where we check in our luggage. Yeah, so this will be the core business that we're doing for our customer.
Very good business indeed, security on our flights. Okay, so I'm also hearing that there's a new factory happening in Johor. What is the progress of the factory that's being built in Johor, and when do you think it's expected to begin the commercial production?
Our factory in Johor, as of now, is nearly to completed and is only waiting for the CCC from the authority. And the factory consists of 2 buildings of production plant and 2 blocks of hostel, which for us is to mean for workers' accommodation, for the foreign worker as well, and also for executive worker. And this building, we expected to start commencement on first half 2026. Yeah.
So that's very soon, within the next few months. That's definitely going to start. Now, compared to your existing factory, of course, what are the improvements, the significant improvements for this new factory in terms of production capacity, production area, automation, product variety? Maybe you can tell us a little bit about, in terms of those four scopes, what is the main difference between the current factory that you have and the new one that is being built in Johor? How will this, of course, improve overall order taking capacity in the future for Wentel?
Okay, so we talk most basic about the space. So now with a old plant 11 and 58 available, and with a move to 815, then the area space will be existing 1x, then the new one will be another 2x. So add up will be 3x. So this is an area increase. Then next for a new plant, we will look for more automation, okay, more precision, and of course we will plan to have a clean room for the assembly as well. That will be in the new plant. So in new plant, we are doing for more niche and more precise component to our customer.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so in terms of overall order taking capacity, will that increase your order capacity in the future? Of course, it's going to, because now it's 3x, right?
Yes.
But how much do you think it will increase your order capacity?
Okay, talking about the capacity itself, we hardly will define the number because our Wentel is doing, there's a lot of processes in our premises. So every processor, every product, it didn't go through the average process that we have in everything. So for us, there will be as an estimation by the area 1x, then to 3x.
Yes.
Yeah, this will be the estimation we have.
Fantastic. So 3 times the orders capacity. Okay, my next question is with regards to securing larger orders. What are the areas that Wentel needs to be ready in advance to support higher revenue? For example, in terms of raw material procurement, supplies and logistics, what are those areas that you guys need to focus on to be ready in advance to support these higher revenue?
To get the higher revenue, of course, we will need to have the technology available, which we have, but it's again driven by the people. Yeah, so the most of the things we need to move on actually is how to train the talent and then retain the talent in overall. About logistics and material, so far we are all in a good shape because we have enough people and enough supplier on the support, and also with customer support as well. Yeah, so the talent and the people retainment will be the most key we need to tackle.
Funny you should mention about your talent acquisition. Maybe you can tell us what are the challenges you face when it comes to recruiting talent, as well as how do you attract and develop competent talent with, of course, the technical background, the expertise, and how do they help support your expansion plan? Maybe tell us a little bit about the challenges you face and how do you move forward when recruiting talent?
Yeah, so we know that Wentel actually located in the southern of Malaysia, which is just beside Singapore. Yeah, so again 1x and 3x is appear that the currency differences. So some of the experienced staff, they may tend to go to overseas when there's enough experience. So for us is we will have the fair pay value to our staff as well, and we need to also creating the belonging. Okay, how get them know that there's a career path and working in Wentel, and we also provided the training stage to stage to our workers. So of course we need to have a new blood, the new after the graduate student. So we are very aggressively engaged with a local institution, UTM, UTM as well, UTHM. So to get them as an internship of the student, and then if they are interested, then they can directly working into Wentel. So it is same as myself as well. I started from intern, and then I'm working in Wentel since after that. Yes.
Wow. From intern to CEO, that is a
Yes.
huge jump indeed in the 20 years, 20
Yes,
plus
yes, yes.
years of Wentel
Yes.
being founded. Well done for you, Mr. Chua. Okay, so we're going to be circling back a little bit to your new factory, the construction of the new factory. Will it primarily use equity funding raised from the IPO exercise, or is there any additional financing needed to build the new factory to support larger operations, or is it just mainly from the IPO listing?
Okay, from IPO listing, we get it is around 71 million. So 40 million is for building, 25 is for equipment, and 6 for leasing expenses. So the total of the 815, it may take us around 120, okay, including the land as well. So 120, after deducted the 71, is about 65, because 6 million is for the leasing expenses. So the rest will be the internal fund. That means internal generated cash.
So still needs a little bit more just to top up for the final construction of the new factory. Okay, understood. Okay, my next question is with regards to, of course, global trade uncertainties. We've been going through this the entire year, a lot of tax trade wars, especially between US, China, that's still ongoing. What are, particular markets like Wentel, is it likely to maintain growth momentum during these global uncertainties? Are you guys protected from all these trade wars happening around the world?
Okay, during this trade war, in all this year we are experiencing Wentel, actually we are getting a benefit of this uncertainty of tariff. First of all, it's about security segment. We saw that where there is the increase of the demand of the scanning item throughout the world, then of course the equipment is required. So this make the sustained and so-called organic growth in throughout this year, okay, for the security segment. Then about the semiconductor, we noted that there's a shift of China production into rest of the world. So of course Malaysia is one of the key areas they are targeting in. So we have the so-called the transfer project from China to Malaysia as well. Yeah, so there's an opportunity for us to diversify more into a certain segment that we do not have before. Yeah, so it's a good thing for Wentel.
Funny you also should mention about diversification, market diversification. It's good for a company to have that diversity to move forward and also grow themselves, for example. But I do want to confirm with you, does Wentel or will Wentel consider further market diversification in the future? For example, expanding into other markets like the ASEAN markets, or even maybe developing new industrial customer groups? Is that in the pipeline for you guys? Will you guys be expanding into other regions or finding new customer base other than securities?
Okay, Wentel is a very core fundamental in the security. Of course, we are now is very aggressively looking for a new customer. As of now, we have in the 4 industry as of now. So security, medical, semiconductor, and CNC machining. So of course, we keep the door open for the more industry that can be served by Wentel itself. Yeah, for Wentel, actually, we are at the high-end manufacturing segment, which our customer is from US, USA, and Singapore. So we believe that with this customer and with our portfolio, our delivery footprint and also our customer expansion will be further expand in 3 to 5 years.
Okay, so this is more towards your business segment in terms of lower metal processing and manufacturing costs. We see that, other countries like China, Vietnam, they have really competitive prices, How do you plan to tackle or take on that challenge? The low price competition between countries like China, Vietnam, other overseas manufacturers. Is there, is the company maybe placing a greater emphasis on your delivery time, quality, engineering solutions? How do you increase your overall competitiveness in this industry?
For Wentel, our development is actually will drive by 3 core engines. The first is, of course, upgrading our customer portfolio, which as of now, we have our own customer in, and then we need to work well with them to get more orders and integrate more with your customer. So this is number 1. Second core is about moving ourselves up the value chain. So for Wentel, we started to get ourselves not only manufacturing, but we go for smart manufacturing and design manufacturing, which we will get our R&D engineer engaged with our customer to have the designing value added. Okay, since the day one they are doing the prototyping. So this will get the value to Wentel and our customer, and it can control the margin. which is good for customer and also for Wentel. And it can increase the customer stickiness or customer loyalty. Yeah. So the third is also our core engine now will be to create our own capabilities and also to get our technological mode, which is like we will have, because like 815, we are investment in precision, we investment in more automation and can we say the digitalization. So this is all about we are building our own integrated delivery capabilities. And it is very difficult to be replicated, which people want to copy. Yeah, it need, but it's very difficult. Yes. Throughout this, we noted the value of our customer. Okay, so it's more about how we do the things value to them, and then on top of that is we need to build ourselves as essential, okay, and value in our customer supply chain. Yeah.
Very good core fundamentals there. I mean, portfolio-wise, you already have a great portfolio. Moving up that value chain, I think you guys are on the way to moving up that value chain. And then digitalization, automation of all, especially with the new factory coming up, I think that's going to be a really good sign for upcoming future of Wentel Engineering. And like you mentioned earlier, the value of your customer will equal to loyalty in the end. It speaks for itself. Thank you so much. Now, my final question to you is with regards to the future of Wentel Engineering. What are the milestones that Wentel wishes to achieve in maybe the next 3 to 5 years?
Okay, with Wentel now, we have the customer mostly, can we say, is a high-end manufacturing. So from security, semicon, CNC machine, medical. We believe in 3 to 5 years, our delivery footprint will be ready, and also export ratio will be increased and expand further. So for Wentel, we are target actually is need to do the 3 things. Okay, the market cap and revenue more, of course, is a must, but we need the more is on more value. Okay, more differentiated. That means we are not same with others. And the third will be more sticky. That means we can create the more customer loyalty compared to others.
Very good goals, especially to set up for the next 3-5 years, making sure that your market cap revenue stays or maintains above the line, as well as value increase, especially in your production line. And of course, having a loyal customer base is never a bad thing indeed. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for sharing with us everything that you've shared with us, Mr. Chua. Hoping for the best for Wentel Engineering, and we hope to see you again soon. You came all the way from Johor all the way here to KL for this interview. I'm very, very honored for your time, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That is myself, Wan Izul Islam, here on Klever Stock for this special corporate feature interview with Wentel Engineering CEO, Mr. Chua Chong Sin. We'll see you again next time. Until the next interview, my name is Wan. We'll see you soon.
Scan now and download Klever Stock, your trusted source for market insights.